We can start with Diggs, honestly.
Yeah.
So, yo, Lopes. I think we just do a interactive rec report.
Okay, go
All
ahead.
inclusive rec report.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let's get it.
So you starting with the Diggs situation?
Right. So my first thing is Diggs, bro, because he's the number one topic of what's going on right now. We can talk about like
I gotta find it.
Everybody's doing things, but right now, number one topic is Diggs, bro, because Diggs is making the headlines for the wrong reasons, bro. It's not about him deadlifting or benching or running routes. It's about him passing out the fucking pink Molly.
You don't know what that is.
With all the holes on the boat, bro.
He said, "Don't take too much because it's sugar, bro. You know, sugar intake. Like y'all niggas, you know what the fuck that? What is that in his hand?
I know what it is. I googled it. I didn't know before.
He said, "I googled it." No. Like you.
Let me see.
Yo, G, this is not good. This is not good. This is not what you want your fucking star player to be doing, bro. To talk about passing out fucking stuff and talking about don't take it all in one night.
He could just like Chad said, he could just say it's edibles because at the end of the day, the NFL
it don't matter what he could say, bro. How about yo? Let me ask you this.
Who's recording this shit though?
But I'm saying how. So let me tell you how this. How many players? Is this a normal like eliminate Patriots from this entire thing? Who like this is football season, bro. We're in OTAs right now. What? This is not the type of shit you want to see from your players, bro.
My thing
you
is,
don't want to see your players passing out fucking powder to
receivers. My thing is, why is this nigga who's recording this shit, bro? Like, why are you recording this right now? Like,
with Cardi B.
Why does Diggs not give a fuck about the person with the camera, 4K camera in his face? That shit. Look at that. There's no wobble. That's a stationary camera, bro. Look at that shit.
Nah,
that shit is high level production, bro.
High level production is crazy.
Look at it's definitely somebody, like was designated to record that shit. Like, record everything going on the boat.
This is the shit. We just watched the Forge at Foxborough. And we see all this dedication. We're all hyped up, and then part of the reason that we're hyped up is because we finally have a player who, regardless of how you to the next level, where he's at in the career, but we have a number one receiver, bro. And then this dude, instead of fucking dedicating himself to the team, he's on boats.
It was Memorial Weekend though, so I understand. It was Memorial Weekend though, so I understand the turn up.
The video
is the problem. It's like you're moving real sloppy, my nigga. Like, yo, bro, why? Like, I'm punching that nigga in the face for recording this shit.
Yo, Los, I don't care about him doing it.
Yeah,
I care about the fact that you make it a distraction.
For sure.
Now all of a sudden, all the headlines of Patriots is Stefon Diggs, this, that, and it completely overlooks all the positive shit that's going on.
Agreed.
And then that's the type of shit you don't want. Like, you want to have like the highlighted positives from the team. You want the people to get hyped up. Now everybody's talking about, is Diggs gonna get cut? Oh, what's gonna happen now? Like, is this all gonna be? We gave him all that money, and now it's like. It's just, this is not what you want, bro. You don't want this from your fucking star player who seemed to be so dedicated. He had a fucking polo on tucked into some fucking Wrangler jeans, bro. And he's at Gillette. And then 2 weeks later, he's got 25 hoes and he's passing out pink Molly to them on the boat, bro.
That's my wide receiver.
Allegedly,
facts.
Keep the fucking polo tucked into the jeans, bro. It could have. Season's over, man.
I thought it was some gum, honestly. From what I look at, it looked like gum, but fuck it.
Yo, so let's hope that that's the case. But here's the thing: Scott Zolak, he's the voice, one of the voices on Sports Hub 98.5. He said, and this is the story of Diggs. He said that he might get cut over this shit. Because it's not just that; it's the fact that he's going and doing this shit, and then he's not showing up to OTAs.
Zoe's dramatic, bro. Rec, you know Zoe's dramatic, man. He's dramatic, bro.
Nah, they ain't cutting him.
Yeah, but he's tapped in, though. But he's dramatic, but he's tapped in, bro. But he's tapped in.
I know. But he's
so why you got Mike Vrabel up there? You think Mike Vrabel wants to talk about Cardi B, bro? Like he wants to talk about the trenches, bro. He's down. He's not out here talking about fucking. He ain't out here for the pink Molly, bro. And he got to answer questions.
They're definitely not cutting him. They're definitely not cutting him.
Fuck out of here, bro.
They ain't cutting him.
So, but here's the thing. So let me ask y'all this though.
Yep.
Let's just continue on. My fault. Let's do this. Let's continue on with the positives, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, no. Well, that's a good video. Play that video, bro.
Yo, that video.
You're funny for that, Lopes.
Play that video. We're gonna preface that video with these. This is all you need to know. Every nigga on the team said that
everybody said
the last person that they would want to date their.
I know that's a classic video. That's a classic video. That's a classic video.
Diggs, nigga.
That's a classic video.
That's all you need to know about the way this nigga be moving.
That is a classic video, but let's continue with let's continue.
The whole company knows. That's crazy.
So, Rec, what else do you want to go in? Do you want to go into anything else about the Patriots, and then we can keep going on
shit about the Patriots.
I got a whole bunch, bro.
All right, so go on the Patriots, and then we can go into football in general.
All right, so I have Butte commented on the trade rumors because we were talking about this and this is more relevant now with the Diggs stuff because of the fact
Booty.
What do you want to call him? Booty?
Yeah.
Booty.
What do you want to call him?
It's Booty. That nigga's Booty. So
he's
Booty.
So call him Booty. He was the best player on the team last year, the best receiver. He made a comment about his trade rumors. He said he's not putting much time into it and not putting too much effort into it, but it's something that he's aware of because they know they have a crowded room as far as after the guys that are probably going to make the team guaranteed. You have a lot of like mid-tier guys that are hanging around. We talked about this before. I wish Jules was at his desk, but so Butte has officially been the first player to make comments on it. He said he's just gonna keep trying his best and doing his thing. So I respect that. As far as OTAs, we have a couple of reports from OTAs. Travion, my guy that I'm stamping him, Travion Henderson, he's been cutting everybody up. He's been breaking ankles left and right, making plays, making people miss. It's looking like he's going to be somebody who's going to start getting some hype, especially during the preseason, because you're going to get some burn. You're going to see him on the field. He's an absolute stud. He was a stud in college. We talked about this plenty of times. But just the fact that he's out there also against a defense where you would say right now the Patriots defense is better than the offense. The Patriots have a really good defense, possibly top 5 defense if everything works out. We have the best defensive tackle combo and one of the better, if not the best, cornerback combos. So you have a solid line, solid secondary. The fact that Travion is out here cooking dudes in practice is impressive because he's going against top talent. The other thing that I was gonna talk about was the signing of Robert Spillane. He's a linebacker. He played for the Vegas Raiders. Undrafted guy. He has one of the better stories of overcoming adversity, making his way to the league just off of hard work. And he's kind of taken Bentley's leadership role, as what they're saying. He's helping out the younger players. We have a lot of young players this year, and we're asking a lot of young players. Like, it's not just young players that we see how it works with the old Patriots teams where we had vets. We need these young players to play immediately. So the fact that you have somebody, he's 29, he's not super old, but he's taking a leadership role, and he's kind of taking the role of Juwan Bentley because we cut him. And then I had a question to everybody on the panel. I got a question for y'all.
On the panel is crazy.
I was gonna say that's nasty.
Individually, who do y'all think has the most pressure this season individually?
Drake May.
On the
Patriots?
Drake May.
By far.
By far the most pressure.
By far, bro.
Because we got rid of Milton and said we putting the house on this nigga.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel.
Nah.
That too. Yeah. I could say that too. Yeah, because they got rid of, was it Mayo? What was his name?
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah,
Gerard Mayo. They got rid of him.
And hold on. Stop it.
So Rec. Because you know this better than Rec. Hold on. You know this better than anyone. Rec, give me 2 seconds.
No.
How did we acquire him in the first place? The way we acquired Mayo in the first place, to get rid of him the next season is kind of crazy.
No, but listen, the fact that I don't even know if you did it intentionally. What's his name? Talking about Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, I did it intentionally.
What's crazy, his name, bro. Man?
What's his name?
He's not a what's his name. That's a Super Bowl champion, bro. That's an
He's not a Super Bowl champion coach. I don't give a fuck what he did, bro.
He won Super Bowls with us. He's not a what's his name.
Coaches, just because you're good at the game doesn't mean you're good at anything else.
No, we're not doing what's his name for Gerard Mayo.
We're talking about Mayo we're talking about Mayo who intentionally lost the last game of the season on purpose type shit.
You mean intentionally won?
I mean intentionally. That's what I mean. Intentionally won like you were talking about that guy.
I'm talking about Gerard Mayo as a player. It doesn't.
Yeah,
that would be like saying that would be like. But all right, so that's
you
like
love
saying,
him as a coach.
You want him back? Jordan as an executive.
You want him back,
or as a GM?
Yeah, absolutely. What's his name?
His name, bro.
Absolutely.
Okay.
What's his name?
So where are you guys going with this conversation?
Too, bro.
All right. So the conversation was who had the most pressure. Okay, cool.
So listen. So there's 5. So I have 5 standouts. Lopes, can you let me work, bro?
What you mean? You guys went on a whole different tangent. I just brought you back to reality.
No, Record got emotional about Gerard Mayo, bro.
I know, but I'm trying to bring you. I'm trying to bring you back to the conversation, though.
Is Gerard Mayo your uncle, nigga? You got jaded by that.
Dude's not gonna say Gerard Mayo. What's his name?
No, I hear you, but now I let you guys get that off, and then now let's go back to the conversation. So go ahead.
So I got 5 standouts. Y'all ready for the 5 standouts?
Yes.
Right, so number 1 standout right now after the OTAs is Kyle Williams, bro. Number 1 standout, Kyle Williams. Everything as advertised. The receiver, bro, that we drafted, 69th overall, 3rd round pick. He led the league in touchdowns last year in college. He's making everybody miss. Okay. He's looking great. He's as advertised. There's people that think he could, even if Diggs comes full speed, he could take the number 1 spot. He's impressed. Number 2, Milton Williams is an absolute monster and an absolute monster effort guy, worker, shows up early. He had one thing with Coach Vrabel. I'm going to call him Coach. He used to play for the Patriots too, G. I don't know if you remember. But Milton Williams, he showed up and he did a drill with the other linemen. And he kind of held out because he didn't want to embarrass them. And Mike Vrabel flamed him for that. He said, don't hold up, give it 100% all day. And he hasn't let go of that since then. Number 3, Keon White, absolute monster. Like we talked about this. I think we might have talked about this before the pod started. He's the best thing that could ever happen to Will Campbell because he's the type of rusher that would give Will Campbell problems if you were to like feed into the stuff that they used to say about him pre-draft about like his limitations with the arm length and stuff. Keon White is the perfect player for him to go against in practice.
So I'm guessing he's a D tackle
to get him ready. Yeah, he's like a defensive end like outside linebacker, rush linebacker. Okay. And they said they've been having some epic battles. And there's a couple pictures. I didn't send any pictures, but there's a couple pictures of them just like, and you just see it and you're like, this is perfect. Like, it's the perfect guy to go against every day because it's like when you put the weight on the baseball bat, you swing the bat, you swing it a couple times, you take the weight off, and all of a sudden the bat is flying. It's like if you're playing against somebody like that who's like exploiting your weaknesses every day in practice, when you play in the game and you play against somebody who's not tuned to take advantage of it, it's going to feel easy. So it's perfect. And he's been one of the best players. Number 4 is our boy that we talked about earlier, Jules, our boy Lan Larison. He is absolutely smoking in practice, bro. He's smoking in practice. They even had him up playing with the first team. They had him play with the first team, and the circumstances are a little sad. Ramondre Stevenson's father passed away. He was out for a little bit, like dealing with that. And then Travion, they had him kind of they're still focusing on him as like a specialized player. So they were having Lan Larison playing with the first team, and he was dominating with the first team. He was dominating, and it was like 4 for 4 on targets. Just the fact that he's out there playing, and they're basically saying like he's gonna push Antonio Gibson for that running back 3, which means he'll have like a small, set of plays that he could play. But that dude's he's a baller, bro, and you saw that video, and some people say everybody's highlight video looks great, but when you're throwing him out there with NFL players and he's still impressing, he's still impressive. That's good. That means that we got a steal. We had a little bit of a bidding war they revealed with I think it was Washington. They wanted him. We gave him a little more bread. So that's looking great. And then number 5, we talked about this before, is Spillane, Robert Spillane, looking like we got another leader in the middle. So that's all. It was good overall.